yield back, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Tonko. I now recognize myself for 5 minutes for questions. Dr. Cordova, at one point, the National Science Foundation had over $1 billion in expired grant money. Is that still the case?
I have no idea, Representative. Does we will certainly supply that response for the record, but
okay.
I don't.
Well, one of the reasons I ask is that when you have you're under a time limit, that can create some incentives to fund projects that I would say the public would find questionable in terms of scientific research. For instance, I believe you funded a grant to study the gambling habits of monkeys at $171,000. You spent $856,000 on studying teaching lions to run on treadmill. And I'm just wondering if what the rationale would be for funding some of those projects, because as a member, we get some pretty intense criticism, particularly in such a tight budget environment that we're living in right now.
I understand the question. I don't know about those proposals. We can certainly get back to you on that detail, but this really goes to our discussion earlier, Representative, on the transparency and accountability, and we just have to be better at communicating what are the goals of research and what are the potential impacts, because sometimes things that sound obscure can actually be just absolutely revolutionary and groundbreaking, as you know. We like to point out that the original proposal that turned into Google was called Backrub. Now that would be something that would catch your eye, would it not? And
I'd be interested.
Yes. But you see the point, and that's why we really need good titles and non-technical descriptions, and that makes everybody stop and pause and say, yes, what are the goals, and what could be the impact for society.
Thank you. Also, could you update us on your decision to relocate the headquarters to Alexandria and explain some of the factors that are causing a delay in that move?
Yes, of course. So we are in the process of moving to Alexandria. We should have the shell of the building all completed, I'm told, by this fall. And so our budget for the relocation effort includes some systems, IT systems, and some furniture consistent with having that all ready by FY 2016. About the delay, we were told by GSA that they had accepted the proposal of Alexandria to move there. And I believe that was in the summer of, before this summer in 2013. And then we reached an impasse with the union on what in particular, the office space size would look like. And that went to the Federal Impasse Panel in the late spring, and we got the response in the fall on how that would settle out. And so we have been working we are following the guidance of the Federal Impasse Panel, and actually, we are able to, because of the hard work of the team, a very talented team, which I assure you is on this constantly, we are able to actually be cutting substantially in time delay, the initial projections of how long this impasse would lead us to be delayed, Representative. And so this situation has actually got worse and now is improving substantially, and we're hoping to bring this as close to as we possibly can by making compromises.
Let me throw this in real quick. You asked for almost $31 million to fund the move. Does that include a potential cost as a result of the delays?
No, it doesn't, because those would be in 2017, the delays.
Well, thank you all for being here. I'm fascinated with the work you're doing, particularly the quantum-based information. Dr. May, My time's expired. I now yield.